Well, hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, shop, wherever you want to call it. Getting ready to throw the front end up under this thing. We've tinkered with it about all day. Uh, Getting ball joints pushed in, the control arms, getting all that stuff replaced. So he's done and gone. So now it's time to break some lights out and commence to putting, the front end under it. So hang on, let me get some lights set up and let's get this stuff underway. All right, guys. Finally got the lights on, gathered up all the tools. Let's throw this front end up under here. First thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna mount you up. I got to put the center link in. I've already put the pitman arm, the idle arm on. I just gotta tighten all that down. I'll try to get where you could see it, but you probably ain't. But hey, let's go for it, and we'll see how this goes back together. Hang on. All right, like I said, you ain't gonna be able to see me do the pitman arm, but I'm gonna take the impact wrench, put that back on, and then we're gonna come over here and hit this. Hang on just a second. Yeah. Crap. There it goes. Alright, man, pitman arm on. I know the light's messing with it, but let's see if I got the right tool out here to do this crap with. Yep. Let's get an idler arm in there. Hang on. Alright guys, we're hooking this center link back up to the pitman arm. One step at a time, right? There's that. Now, let's see if I can turn this. See if we can get that idler arm in. We're fixing to hook the idler arm up. Whoa. All right. There we go. Center link in. Fixing to hit the passenger side control arm, upper, lower, all that stuff. Hang on. All right, guys, let's get this upper control arm on. I already put the ball joints in. Replaced this shaft, upper control arm, shaft, or whatever. One real quick thing: when you take like an upper control arm off, this is how they adjust this crap I can't remember right now, but this is one of the ways they adjust this front end, in and out and this way. Make sure you keep up with how many shims came out from behind each side. Mark them real good. I usually just put them in a sandwich bag. That way I can put them right back where they were. But you know, this is going to go for an alignment, but at least we're going to put it right back where it was. But fixing to tighten these two bolts down, or nuts. I'm going to have to raise that control arm up so you ain't going to be able to see, but that's what we're fixing to do. Damn. Well, you might be able to see. Oh, get on there. Oop. Yeah. There it went. There you go. Upper control arm on. Don't forget about keeping up with them shims. Very important. We did put new bumper, plus, you know, ball joint, new rod, cleaned up and painted it. Alright, give me just a second. I gotta find some wire cutters and we're gonna stick this spindle back up on here and then put that lower control arm in. Alright guys, I don't know if y'all can hear me too good because the wind's really picking up. All I'm fixing to do is cut this spindle loose and then loosely set it on this upper control arm, and then I'm going to hit this lower control arm and see what happens. Let's go. Alright. Fixing to say, where did my nut go? But I foundered it. Like I said, loosely. Alright, give me just a second and I'm going to relocate you where you can actually see what's going on this lower control arm, okay? But real quick, let me get you off here. Alright, lower control arm, hang on. Alright, if nobody's ever done this before, lower control arm, this shaft has a notch cut at it right here. This always gets put in opposite of the shock, where the shock hooks up, right? When you go to stick this thing in up under here, there's a bolt in the front that locks this in where it's supposed to go, so you know where it stays. Another one, since we're putting new springs, if you never put springs in one, this lower control arm seat right here has a notch right here, this lower and everything else. That's where this sits and locks that spring in where it goes. We did put new bumpers. Oh Lord, I don't want to do that no more. And pressed in new lower ball joints. Of course, I didn't video any of that. But anyway, yeah, and this thing needs to be, this shaft needs to be able to move fairly free. I mean, not free, but it needs to be able to move. These inch 5/8, spec on them is like 100 foot-pounds. When you're putting them back in, past that, man, that's about it. All right, let's get ready to set this up under there. All right, we got our control arm back up under here. Got her lined up in her notch. So we're going to start sticking these clamps back under this thing. And get her tightened out. There's that one. Where did I put the other one? There it is. Now these suckers are lock washers. I mean lock nuts. So they're a pain in the butt, man. No matter what. All right. There you go. So the U-bolts go up under here in those little clamps. Hold it in. Make sure you get it lined up with your notch. And crank everything down. I forget what the torque is. I just tighten it down and I won't tighten no more. Anyway, let's get this tightened up. Then we'll hook it up to the spindle. All right, guys, we got our spring in. Everything's lined up like it needs to be. We're going to raise this lower control arm up and we're going to hook it in this to this spindle right here. All right, let's see how this works out. Almost. Crap, arm's getting tired. Oh crap. Alright, castle nut. Next I'm going to finish tightening down this lower and upper ball joint, pull a jack out from under it. We should be good on installing the control arms. I got that other piece that goes back here. I can't remember what it's called for me to be able to hook the tie rods in, but hang on. All right, guys, so trying to fiddle with this light. Anyway, we got our upper and lower control arms all back in, spring in. This unit's finished. Now we got to put our little, I guess you'd call it steering knuckle, I don't know, but this little thing here back on so we can hook up our tie rods. I don't know how big a pain this is going to be, but looks like it's not going to be fun. Yeah, this is gonna be a few minutes. So anyway, this piece has got to go back on. Then we can hook our tie rods up, and we got the front end back together. Hang on. All right, guys, we got our steering knuckle piece back on here. I guess it's time to put these tie rods back up under here. Right, maybe. There it goes. One more. All right. Oh. There it goes. There it is. There's the outer. Let me get down here where I can see the inner. I know y'all can't see it, but I mean, darn, I'm gonna have to get another one. Whew. Face full of dirt. Anyway, there you go. As soon as I get that thing tightened down, we'll snug these down so this can't move, and it'll be ready for the alignment. But I still like the sway bar, brakes, shock, and it's completely rebuilt. Anyway, well, there you go, guys. That's about it for tonight. We'll carry on tomorrow. Save it for another video. I got a few more things that got to be done after I get that sway bar back up under there. Anyway, appreciate y'all watching. Like, subscribe, leave comments. Hope things going good in your world. Hope things treating y'all right. Keep your kids home and safe. We'll see you on the next one.